you really have this confidence that you can just totally surrender to his vision. Certainly as an actor, that's what I felt. He really knew exactly what he wanted. He told me exactly what he wanted, and I just had to surrender to that. And I think he really exerts a lot of control as far as his vision, but at the same time, he's very collaborative, and you have to be successful in a movie of that scope. There's so much talent that he brings in, on in at every level, in every team. And so he's at the same time he's very chill, he's very collaborative. And there's really a sense of peace and fun happening on the set at the same time. Not so much tension. I've been on sets, where there's so much just like yelling and shouting and people getting.
It's just going to be nothing short of spectacular.
Benny, thank you so much for being a part of this broadcast. A very, very important day for India. You have your fingers crossed. And have you had your cup of coffee? Because I would get you to sing.
I don't drink coffee. So I'm not a coffee person.
So you're up and about. Why not we begin with a slight Naatu Naatu version, Benny Dayal style, before I start asking you a question. Just hum a few lines. All
the love and everything through whatever we do, whether it's sports or whether it's movies or whether it's, anything where India is representing or India is being represented internationally. I think I always pray that, we win it. And like even yesterday, I was like telling somebody, yeah, it's time that we have to win now. We have to win, not just like after a gap of like 14 years, like we should be winning constantly. And because like that's the quality and that's the that's the kind of work our country produces. And
welcome back. This is a special broadcast on the big Academy Awards, the 95th Academy Awards that are being presented even as we speak. We are right now here from the Delhi and the Mumbai studios of CNN News 18. My colleague Shilpa Ratnam is with us on the broadcast. Also with us is Shweta Brasu Prasad, who has graced the occasion and decided to join us. Shweta, we were talking about how The Elephant Whisperers has brought home the Oscars for India. This is a big, big day for us. Big day for Kartiki Gonsalves and Guneet Monga, her second Oscars, remember. So this is a step in the right direction. You were talking about how this was much needed boost and impetus that needs to be given for two documentary filmmakers, and here it is.
Absolutely. And I think as we were discussing that, I think it's going to pave the path for a lot many filmmakers and producers to trust them, and audiences, also the ones who are not interested or who don't find documentary filmmakers or documentaries interesting to watch, maybe it'll pique their interest too.
Absolutely. In fact, we are still waiting, Shweta, for the best original song announcement that is going to happen any minute. So fingers crossed for Naatu Natu. Did you manage to see the performance or not, the live performance?
Of course. I've been up since 5:30. This is traditional. We watch Academy every year, all of us friends together. So we wake up. We don't wait for afternoon, and we don't wait for the news. We watch it live every single year. I mean, we are movie buffs, very dedicated cinema lovers. So yes, I did watch. I did catch the performance, and Deepika Padukone absolutely looking gorgeous, and announcing the performance of the song was a moment of pride. It was so amazing, and it's the first Indian original song from Indian production, right?
Yes.
If I'm right,
yes.
That's amazing. It's amazing. I think that's a win right there.
And, we are playing out that excitement. We have those visuals that Guneet also put out, and also the visuals from the Academy right after The Elephant Whisperers and the entire team won the big nod. We also had a statement that was put out by Charan on how it's a representation India at the Oscars this time around. What do you have to say about that representation? There have been so many people, so many important names, all of them at the Academy Awards today.
Well, I think it's great. I think we are becoming a global community. As I said, the Academy is not a competition in my head. As a cinephile, as an audience, for me, the Oscars is a celebration of cinema that people from all nationalities, from all different countries, they are storytellers, artists, technicians. We all come together and celebrating cinema. All of us here watching, discussing movies, we're celebrating movies, and I think that's what I would like to believe that he meant, that and also India being represented this year by so many people as presenters, as nominees, and winning. And so I think it's a great time for the world community of artists to just come together and celebrate cinema and tell the stories that you want to tell of your land, of your understanding of life, of your understanding of people, of interpersonal relationships, your history, your philosophies, your cultures, resetting of perspective on gender, on cultures, on everything. So I think it's a great time to just be courageous and tell the story, make the film that you want to.
Shweta, I'm always blown away by how articulate you are and how beautifully you present all this information. Stay with us. I really feel like you are a host that we all need. Stay with us. We're also joined by lyricist Riya Mukherjee, who in fact did the Hindi version of Naatu Naatu, Nacho Nacho. Very good morning to you, Riya. That award is going to be announced just a few moments from now. I know it's going to be in the bag for Naatu Natu. You have worked with Rajamouli, you've worked with the team, and you in fact are the lyricist of the Hindi version of the song. Talk to us about that, the meter of the song, the beat of the song, and how it's become an anthem.
Absolutely. My God, you hit the nail on the head at word go. The meter, the beat. When something is composed for a language as fast as Telugu is, it's one of our fastest languages, as you know. And then on top of that, the song has its own frenzied pace. And then you try and fit in one of your slowest languages, which is Hindi. Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge, but it was an invigorating challenge and it was wonderful to try and do. And it was an extremely unique experience because you've heard the song, you've heard the meter, you've heard the original Telugu, and then it's running by like this bullet train, and you're like, I'll be able to fit like 3 Hindi words there at best.
But Riya, when the song really caught all of us. Yes. Sorry, please, Shilpa, please go ahead. Oh, all right. Riya, this song is so personal for us. This nomination for RRR seems to be already so personal for all of us, millions and billions of Indians. But for you personally, what does it mean to see a song that you are so closely associated with go on to get such international recognition?
It's amazing when the song blew up. And it kept blowing up after it had released. As you understand, those of us who worked on something behind the scenes have been working on it for weeks or months, right? And our experience is obviously very unglamorous. So you're sitting in a tiny room, you're trying to fit in these Hindi words, the meter is driving you bananas, the lip sync is not matching, Rajamouli sir is saying, no, do it this way, Kirwani sir is guiding you. And then finally the song is out. So your whole, your journey is ended. And then the song gets released, and in today's day and age with likes and shares and follows, something starts going viral and the song starts to blow up. And you're like, what is happening? So it was an incredible experience when it blew up. And as it started getting traction all over the world, from Southeast Asia to the Western countries to the European countries, America, it was an incredible experience. So yeah, I feel it's already won whatever it had to win.
Absolutely, and Riya, you can actually sense the excitement. This is Griha here, Riya. I am anchoring from the Delhi studio. Shilpa is there from the Mumbai studio. We are literally all excited, talking over one another despite the lag and everything. So that's the kind of excitement that we can actually sense here, even as we wait with bated breath for the announcement to happen. But I'd like to understand from you, Riya, when you actually took on that difficult task that you just mentioned of translating the song, making a Hindi version out of it. When the song really caught on, people were just going gung-ho about just Naatu Naatu. And they were like, they did not even bother about the lyrics other than Naatu Naatu. That was the hook step. It's not just the hook step, but just that. and they did not know what else is there in that particular song. That is the kind of excitement, that was the mania along with the stars. Did you have both Ram Charan and Junior NTR in mind while writing, penning down the lyrics for it in Hindi?
Well, I had written one version before the song had even been shot. So, apart from the catchphrase Nacho Nacho, not much of it is that version. Then they went and shot it. You know, it was this mega shoot in Ukraine. And then when they came back and showed me the song, of course, it blew our minds when we saw it for the first time. And then we had the original Telugu in front of us, those of us who were doing the dub lyrics. Had Tarak and Charan frame by frame on screen, and we were writing to that.
Ria, you know, I'm going to ask you to do something quite unexpected. I know you're a lyricist, but you are the best person, I feel, to sing this song. Because as Griha mentioned, all we know of these songs are either Naatu Naatu or Nacho Nacho. Only you, I think, are one of the few people in the world who know all the lyrics to this song. So, would you like to give it a shot? Just for our viewers, a couple of lines.
No. Trust me, you don't want to do this to your viewers. You don't want to spoil their morning. It's early in the morning.
Ria, I'll tell you what. When Deepika Padukone introduced the song at the award ceremony, she called it a total banger. Her husband, Ranveer Singh, is known to be the rapper that he is. Why don't you rap it for us?
Yeah.
I will just tell you the lyrics. I'll read them out. It is early in the morning. People are probably nursing their first cups of teas and coffees. As I had told Kirwani sir many years ago, कान मेरे सुर मेरे कान में है, गले में नहीं है. I can hear tune, but I can't produce it. So, I'll tell you what the lyrics are. We had a blast. You should have seen Vishal Mishra's face when I handed him this sheet. He's such a sweetheart. He's like, ye gaun. I was like, yeah, sorry. Because the lyrics go, बैल जैसे धूल उड़ा के सींग उठा के तुम भी नाचो, बाजे जम के ताल ढोल बेटा राजू उड़ के नाचो, तीरों से भी तेज कोई कर सके जो भेद नाचो, अस्तबल में घोड़े जैसे बागडोर छोड़ नाचो, मिट्टी जोता रोट मोटा मिर्चा खा के ऐसे नाचो, नाचो नाचो नाचो. And my personal favorite line from the song, which also caught on a fair bit, is कच्ची कैरी जैसा खट्टा नाचो. Dance like you've bitten into a raw mango.
That's beautiful. And you know, Shweta, everybody who's joining us today on the broadcast, we are getting them to have their own version of Naatu Naatu ready for us. Why don't you be a sport and hum a few lines also, Shweta? Come on, try.
I'm sorry. I'm going to politely decline that. I'm so sorry. I'm a huge fan of this song, huge fan of Ria. That was so wonderful and sporting of her to read out the lyrics. Absolutely love the song in all its versions. But no, I'm going to excuse myself.
But have you hopped onto the trend? Did you actually try one of the hook steps from Naatu Naatu? Because it was just a rage.
Of course, at parties. Not on social media though, but of course at parties, I've tried my best.
So even as we wait, Shilpa, for the big announcement, we are waiting for more of our guests to join us also. I do see Jimmy Kimmel on the stage. There are other announcements that have been made. We've had a Rihanna performance, I believe. Rihanna with her baby bump, she flaunted there on the carpet, on the champagne carpet, and she also performed. Just tell us more from the ceremony, what exactly is happening.
Well, currently the award for Best Original Screenplay has just been announced. I thought, in fact, even Banshees of Inisherin had a good chance here because Martin McDonagh, his film is so loved, but he doesn't have a chance in the other categories. But of course, Everything Everywhere All at Once has taken that award. This was a film that spoke about multiverses and made it so accessible and actually turned out to be a universal thought that all of us had. And who knew such a philosophical film, which was I'm sure they would have been discouraged from the get-go, but it actually got made to great success. And, that's something that the Academy really looks for. They reward vision. They reward that kind of courage, especially if you're breaking new ground of that sort. So Everything Everywhere All at Once was definitely going to take this award. And I think if there were close contenders in this category, such as Banshees of Inisherin or The Fabelmans, because of the personal story of Steven Spielberg, but definitely Everything Everywhere All at Once was going to take it. And now this means that the film has 3 awards so far. That is 2 Acting Awards, and it also has the Best Original Screenplay. And if Michelle Yeoh wins her Best Actor award, and she definitely is such a front runner by a mile in that category, then that's going to be a very impressive total for Everything Everywhere. A few more categories yet to go. So that was the latest award that was announced for Best Original Screenplay, and this film, which clocks in about 2 hours 40 minutes to comb that award. In fact, all the nominees this year have been rather long for Best Picture.
Yeah.
They total at about, I think, 1 hour 40 minutes each. So this one was 2 hour 40 minutes. And I think the one for Best Adapted Screenplay is also going to be announced. Women Talking was a favorite in this one. Let's see if Sarah Polley's film, in fact, went on to win this. So that's the category that's being announced now. Best Adapted Screenplay.